Good evening and welcome to the first annual live broadcast of the TCTA Recruitment Social. Tonight you'll get the chance to meet the principals, the superintendent, the collaborative teacher, and the counselor, as well as meet all the wonderful teachers here at TCTA. I'm your host. My name is Lee Richards, and first I'm going to send you out to the principals and the superintendent.
Well, we don't know when he's.
Hey
Good
guys,
evening.
how you doing?
I'm Rich Jetta Branch, the principal at TCTA. Please stay with us this evening. We have a lot of exciting things to show you as we visit each classroom at TCTA. Mr. Danner.
Hi, I'm Tom Danner, the assistant principal here at TCTA. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We're excited to have you. I think you're really going to enjoy the program that we have for you tonight, and I think you're going to learn a lot about each program that we have, and we're certainly glad to have you. Please make sure that you stay with us tonight. I think you're going to find something that you really enjoy here at TCTA.
Good evening. I'm Mike Darius, superintendent for the Tuscaloosa City Schools, and thanks for joining us tonight. Everything here at TCTA is absolutely amazing. You're going to be experiencing different worlds of work. There are so many different careers and available options for our students here at TCTA, and we are just so glad that you're going to participate this evening to learn what is here. To our parents, this is where learning really comes to life with hands-on learning for our students that can lead directly to really, really incredible careers. Thanks for joining us tonight.
And we're back to you, Mr. Renfro.
Hey guys, my name is Lee Richards, and I'm in the plumbing class now. I'm the teacher here at TCTA as far as the plumbing goes, and I'm going to show you what we get started with in our class right here. This is soldering, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I like it. I like it. Good job, guys. That's a watertight seal, and I want to know if you can do that. I've got students that can do that right here, right now. In my intro class, guys, we start out with learning basic power tools and hand tools. We do these projects right here in this lab every day. As you can see, I don't have a lot of desks because we're always up and active. So we're going to learn all about safety and how we run with these tools as we advance. We learned a little bit more about lavatories and toilets. And then as you advance on further, you're going to be doing stuff like this. On this platform, you can see Mr. Titus, Mr. Boone, and Mr. Johnson finishing up the install right here on this platform. They use this set of plans, as you see, and I'm no longer the resource. So these students know how to do all of this on their own because they have all the applications in place, guys. I want to know if you can do it, okay? And I think you can, but guys, I got to have you filling out the application at the end to join this class. We have a lot of fun experiences. We learn a lot of good life skills, and we're trying to get these students employed. Just a moment ago, I had two contractors here that were talking to these students about full-time employment directly after high school. Can you say that? Now, kind of brings me up, all this work kind of gets me hungry, and I want to see how Mr. Hughes is creating these food items, growing this garden without soil. It sounds so cool. Mr. Hughes, what do you got for us down there?
Hello. Welcome, everyone. My name is Mr. Hughes. I'm the instructor for the agri-science program. Agricultural science is basically how can we cultivate all of our natural resources to improve society, to sustain what and how we do things. Some of the careers available in the agri-science field is veterinarian, animal scientist, marine biologist, park ranger, wildlife manager, botanist, flora designer, ranch manager, tree surgeon, catfish farmers. There are many, many opportunities for career and employment within the agricultural science field. One of the largest employers in the nation is the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture. It employs over 100,000 people. So if you're interested in really some hands-on dealing with nature, animals, and plants, my program is the program you need to be. So let me give you a quick tour. This is our agricultural our aquaculture system, our hydroponic system here. We have plants growing in water. Hydroponics means to grow plants in water without soil. And you see these beautiful green leafy plants that are being grown right inside of our tanks. Additionally, also that's a part of this system, this is an 8,000 gallon system. And in this system, we have tanks full of fish. I don't know if you can see them really well, so let's try and bring them up to the top for you. All right, my students, they built this system, they maintain this system, they do everything here. They learn about biology, science, earth science, history, natural resources, environmental science. They get a heavy dose of science without them really realizing they're getting the science. Also, they're able to really pursue their passions working with animals, plants, and nature. So if you're interested in doing something a little bit out of the norm, then really take a hard look at my program in the agriculture and science field. Thank you all, and hopefully I'll see some of you all here soon.
That's so cool, Mr. Hughes. That is so cool. I love seeing those fish come up every time. I know you got to have a lot of electrical components in there. And speaking of electrical components, let's go to Mr. Allen right now to see him in the in his electrical lab. Mr. Allen, what kind of activities you got going on down there?
Man, we're doing a lot of different things. I'm Mr. Allen. I'm an electrical instructor here at TCTA, and I'm going to give you some careers in the electrical field. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that and tell you about what we do here. When you start out in the class, you'll start out with the ACM class, which is the basic safety class. Learn how to use power tools, and we're going to make a birdhouse. So you get to make one of these in ACM. Learn how to cut wood square and do it the right way. Do a good job. And then when if you come back to my class in electrical, you're going to take level 1 electrical, and then you're going to start on your way to becoming an electrician. So we'll do electrical projects in our lab, and I'll show you that in a minute. But you're gonna go to school here, and if you go into the field, you take your 8,000 hours of training as an apprentice, and you can take the license test. The future for electricians is bright right now. There's a big shortage, so they're looking for people. So 2 years of school counts as a year in the field, so you won't need but 6,000 hours in the field to take the journeyman test. So we build a lot of stuff in here, build a lot of circuits and things. So that's in the level classes, and you'll get a little bit of that in ACM too. So if you make it to the level 3 and 4, you get to do industrial wiring also. So that's another career, industrial. So there's 3 facets. You got the residential, you got the commercial, and the industrial, which you can do. We're also a dual enrollment class. That means you can get college credit while you come to my class. Take some online from Shelton State. It's right now it's being paid for by the city of Tuscaloosa. So that's a really good deal. You can get some college credit to apply to your associate in applied science. We do a lot of live work around the school. We fix lights and outlets in the school, and we also work with Habitat for Humanity. We're going to wire a house for them in March. So you're going to get some live work and some real world experience with that. We also have contests we go to. We are part of the building competition. We do that every year where we wire a shed up, and we did pretty well last year. And we're a member of Skills USA, which is our club, our CTSO, and you'll become a member of that. And we have meetings, and sometimes we even have pizza. So I'm going to show you some around my shop and show you some of the projects you'll be doing. This is the shop. You see, I got 18 mock-ups here. I got full tools, trainers. It's a really nice facility. It's one of the state-of-the-art facilities in the state of Alabama. So this is one of our residential projects. This is 2 lights and a stack switch. And I'm going to turn these on. So you'll be doing that right there. Learn how to put the electrical in your house in our mock-up. And also have a commercial side. This is the commercial piping. And our students made this, and it actually works. And it's a 3-way switch. So you can switch this from 2 locations. You can see the craftsmanship in the pipe. So we do all this, and like I said, everybody gets a project, everybody gets a mock-up, and we have 2 days a week where we're in class to get your credential. Now it's NCCER curriculum, so there's a credential in it for you also. If you do well in the class and pass with a 70%, you can get a credential. So other than that, I hope you come and see us. So we've got a great facility and great people.
That's wonderful, Mr. Allen. I think you spoke a little bit about jobs and the labor shortage in the electrical field. I think that's everywhere. It's key that we note that and know that these students have a full-time job essentially waiting for them, for those that are definitely willing to put in the effort and work and learn. Thank you so much, Mr. Allen. I'm sure you've seen it. I hope not as often as you'd like, but some electrical fires do happen occasionally, hopefully not under your belt, but I know who can take care of it. That is Chief Latner in the firehouse. Chief Latner, what you got going on for us right now? What's going on down in the firehouse? Chief Latner?
And to DJ, talk about the electrical. I did notice two things he said. Number one, he said that the future's bright. I didn't know if that was an electrical joke. And then also there was a shortage. I thought that was an electrical joke as well. So anyway, I am Chief Latner. This is Chief. No, this ain't Chief O'Neill. This is actually Scully standing in for Chief O'Neill. Chief O'Neill's on duty tonight. We're inside our classroom today. One of the things we teach 4 different classes here, but one of the classes we teach is our EMS, Emergency Services class. And what that does is that gets your hands-on experience of what it's like out in the field, like somebody has a car wreck, somebody has a heart attack, and how we get you there to the hospital. Now, the great thing about that is we actually count as a health science itself, and we can help you get the internship program or in the other programs in our health science here. But what that really does is that gets you that out in the field, see what goes on before they get to the hospital. So if you're going into some type of doctor, nursing, stuff like that, or you want to be a paramedic one day, we are a very good intro class to that. Here's just some of the equipment we have here. I can be happy to show you that later on. This is my other buddy here, our CPR mannequin that always gets worked on a lot. And so we teach that. And so that's a good class. Scully here is also one of our models. We use him sometimes when we teach anatomy in that class. We also have our Principles of Public Service class, which is an overview class. That covers law enforcement, covers firefighting. It also covers the EMS class. And it's a little introductory class. Most are 9th, 10th, and some 11th graders we get in that class. And that'll just see if you want to go into the public service, because it is a type of job where you want to help people. That's really what we're about, is helping people. And then, of course, we have our Intro to Fire, and we'll show you a little bit about our fire gear in a little bit when we come back to us. Our Intro to Fire and our firefighting classes. And those really get you heading towards becoming a firefighter one day. Firefighters we're in shortage just like everybody else is, and it's a calling. You have to want to do it. You have to want to risk your life and save people's lives. But if that's what you want to do, or you just want to see what that's like, we love to help you with that. We have gear here. We have what I'm going to show you in a little while. We have a fire truck. We have all kinds of different things to kind of get you ready for that life. So if you want to come and see us, we'd love to have you. Like I said, it's emergency services. We have our public safety class. We have our firefighting and our advanced firefighting class. And then, of course, we'll start law enforcement corrections soon. So Scully would love to have you. Chief O'Neill can't be here with us, but we want to give a shout out to Chief O'Neill. Scully's a big fan. And we just thank you for your time. And we'll kick it back over to the plumbing guy, Mr. Richard. Thank you, sir.
A little bit about the intro courses you were talking about. You wanted those 9th and 10th grade students to come in. Chet, can you hear me? All right, perfect. You were talking about those 9th and 10th grader students coming in as the intro. I think that's amazing. I think if we can get this out to those 8th graders listen carefully. You are the key component to that piece, getting in and seeing if that field is for you. And just like Chief Latner said, it is a calling, but most certainly needed. Thank you so much, Chief Latner.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Excellent. All right, guys, we're up against a break. This is like a prize giveaway. Right now, we're going to be looking for the 4th and 5th caller, okay? We're going to be looking for the 4th and 5th caller, and that caller is to 205. It's down there at the bottom. You should see it going across the ticker, 205-759-3649. The prize giveaway is a Chick-fil-A gift card and a $25 Target gift card. These are up for grabs right now. Let's go the Chick-fil-A card for the 4th caller and the Target gift card for the 5th caller. How about that? The number, again, is 205-759-3649. Get those phones out and get them going. All right, next we're going to Barnes. Miss Barnes teaches the health science part of our school. Guys, you know what this is about. This class is always full to capacity. We're talking about whether you want to be a nurse or extend your education, maybe an LPN and an RN. You start with the foundation of health science. Guys, this is an amazing course. And again, there's a possible internship there. This is a calling just like anything else, but just like anything else, there's a labor shortage there, and most certainly needed. You need to be able to be that type person who cares for other and certainly wants to care for others. Okay. The facility is outstanding. There's plenty of nursing beds there. There's plenty of stations, just like in the electrical lab. He called them the mock-ups. Well, in the mock-ups in the health science room, there's a lot of nursing beds. She has some dummies as well, and they do practice CPR there. I think they even go into some blood drawing techniques. There's other techniques that they do inside that lab that is most certainly keyed into being that nurse. It's all about caregiving. And getting you to the next step. Guys, check it out. You're not going to become a nurse if you don't go to college. So saying TCTA is not a pathway for college or against college or whatever, that's not it. Check it out. You're not going to grandfather your way into nursing, okay? So that'll wrap that up. We're going to go to the prize giveaway and see if we do have those 4th and 5th callers with Miss Foster, the collaborative teacher in the front office. Miss Foster, I see that you're muted right now. Do you have us?
I do, and the phone is still ringing, but we already have our 4th and 5th callers.
Have you taken down those names and maybe the schools? Do you have any grades? Can we get some information there?
I do. Bear with me just a second.
This is great. That's great. How many calls do you think you do? Did they come in immediately?
Immediately. There was probably just now, that's probably at least 9 or 10 calls.
That's what I'm talking about. We're looking at a Chick-fil-A gift card and a Target gift card. We've got a $10 Chick-fil-A card for the 4th caller and a $25 gift card to Target for the 5th caller. Can you get us those names?
I can. We've got Guilleremi, and I'm not sure about how to pronounce the last name. I'm sorry about that, but I did write it down. He spelled it for me, and he goes to Tuscaloosa Magnet Middle. And then we have Zaya Thomas from Northridge.
Zaya Thomas from Northridge. Zaya Thomas, is that the 5th caller?
That was the 5th caller, yes.
Zaya Thomas gets the $25 Target card, and was it Guillerani? Yes. Maybe. We're sorry, we're not sure, but you got the $10 Get Chick-fil-A card. It will be delivered either through Pony, or we'll find a way to get it to you. Okay. Next, Miss Foster, could you tell us a little bit about what you do at TCTA? You are the collaborative teacher here, and we want to shoot to you for just a moment so you can tell us what kind of part you play here.
Sure. So here at TCTA, I am the special education collaborative teacher. I also serve our English language learners. So being that I am all over the building, some of the things that I do to start the year out is I learn who all is on my caseload. And sometimes I have about 90, and sometimes I have about 120 students. So I look at scheduling, I look at which classes they're going to be in, and I try to divide my time up accordingly across our 16 amazing programs that we have. Seeing that we have that many students that have IEPs, what I need to do to start with is to get to know my students, what their actual needs are, because more than anything, I want my students to be independent. So by the time they leave me, they have met their transition goals, they have a plan for the future, and they know what they're going to do when they leave post-secondary and they go into adulthood. That means they are either lined up with a career or they're lined up with a degree program, and they know what they need to do to be successful and productive members of society. So that's it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ms. Foster. I see Ms. Pee-wee Child, she's in. That's one of our principals here. I see it's I can't even say it. Ayachi. I won! Exclamation point. I love it so much. Guys, keep those phones going. We're going to get some more prize giveaways coming up soon. Right now, we have to talk about animation. Animation, that's Mr. Johnson. All things animation. He teaches a wonderful class. I already see a man up in front of the green screen. Mr. Johnson, what are you doing?
Mr. Richards, this is called stop motion animation. It's actually the oldest form of animation. You move a model just a little bit, and you go over to the camera and you take a picture and repeat as necessary. So usually you focus a little more, concentrate a little bit more. Usually you're not talking while you're doing it, because if you do, you might move it the wrong way. And when it's played back at 24 frames per second, it gives the appearance of moving. Now I've just taken 2 frames, so we only have a few more to go before you have 1 second. So it's very time consuming, as is all animation, but animation is a key component in so many things: film, television, video games, commercials, industrial films, educational films. So there's a big market for it out there, but needless to say, there's not really a ton of people who just really want to do this for hours and hours on end, but turns out I'm one of them, so who does, so. And we also have computer animation. We have intro, storyboarding, character design, all kinds of stuff. In fact, I'll see if I can show you the rest of the room here.
Yeah, I'd like to see the rest of the room. And that digital animation, I know stop motion is something of the past, but it seems like you were moving that object in increment at the time. It's taking a snapshot of it, and essentially you're going to fast forward that motion. But now digitally, that speeds up the entire process. I mean, I know you said it's a time-consuming process, but doing that digitally, Mr. Johnson, does that speed up the process?
Yes, it does.
Wonderful.
It does a lot.
Exactly why we're going that way. I love what you do. I love seeing that. I would love to get that basic foundation. I know we've got some 8th graders out there interested now, 9th graders trying to get into TCTA. Guys, you need to be applying for this course. He said it's a huge, there's a huge need. Talk about some of that need, Mr. Johnson. Can these kids go on and work at, like, say, Walt Disney or maybe any other, maybe Pixar, or what other kind of opportunities are out there for somebody taking animation?
The biggest criteria is the demo reel. Most people I've known who got a job had an outstanding demo reel. You can go straight out of high school, but your reel has to look good, and you have to impress them in the first 30 seconds. You can also go to school and learn it. It helps a lot. There's a ton to know. You can study it for years, and it'll take a long time to master, but hey, once you do, those people are very valuable and they're rare. So the industry will seek you out in some cases if you are really good, but it's all on the strength of your reel. Anybody can do it if your reel is good enough. So
I like it so much, Mr. Johnson. Thank you so much for your time. I hope we get a lot of students coming in there. We definitely need them coming up for the future of animation for sure. Next, we have Miss Kennedy. Miss Kennedy is in the engineering project Lead the Way. Miss Kennedy, what do you have going on right there in front of you?
Hi, Mr. Richards. Anyways, as far as what I got going on right here in front of me, I'm working with one of my voltmeters that I use in my Principles of Engineering class. My kids learn how to read resistors. They learn about current and voltage and how to read it using one of these things and everything. But as far as my program goes, I teach what's called Project Lead the Way Engineering. It is a nationally wide curriculum. I teach 4 classes for engineering. I have my intro class where my kids you learn all about the engineering design process and everything and how it applies to engineering. You learn how to do some drafting. We work with Inventor. You get the chance, my kids will get the chance to credential for it. Basically, Inventor is nothing more where you take a 2D object, like a sketch, and you turn it into something that's 3D on the computer. They learn about what technical sketches are and how to read those things. I teach like I said, my Principles of Engineering class. It's my next one. They learn how to work with these with an electrical circuit. They learn how to read resistors and all that stuff. They learn about programming. They learn how to program a test bed. They even get the opportunity to build a robotic arm. and program it themselves. Everything that my kids learn in that class is what they will learn in like a first-year college engineering course. After that, I have my civil engineering kids. My kids in that class, they've been with me from IED to POE. They learn all about the difference between commercial buildings, residential buildings, such as these. They learn about different architectural styles, which is some of these projects right here that some of my kids are working on. Currently, they learn how to design a floor plan. They learn how to apply building codes to those floor plans. They learn to work with more drafting software called Revit, where they could take a object, a floor plan, and turn it into an actual building and see that what that looks like up close. As far as my engineering design and development class, we'll be offering that class next year. That class is like my capstone. The kids get to pick their projects. They get to do the research. Their goal is to create a working prototype with it. I also teach intro to robotics. The kids, it's a combination of multiple fields to where the kids learn how to apply engineering. They learn about computer science. They learn about research and everything. We compete in robotics, such as what you see right here with this. This was a robot we created a couple of years ago and everything, and they learned how to, that we created for BEST. My kids took this competition, and they did real well with it. But that's my course. I hope to see y'all.
That's so cool, Miss Kennedy. I know you've worked collaboratively with me and other courses, especially in the construction field, where you've had your students draw up the floor plans and we plumbed it, or the electrical students ran the electricity for it. I love doing that. We work collaboratively in this school. Matter of fact, you said your cornerstone, and that's why exactly we're going to prize giveaways. When we talk about prize giveaways, we're talking about the 4th and 5th caller, guys, because I want you, 8th graders, 9th graders, to take 4 to 5 classes in here. You have a semester. You have a course every time. Every semester, you get a chance to take a course over here at TCTA. Why not take that opportunity? We have a lot of amazing experiences for you to join over here. We've got more to talk about, but right now we're up against a prize giveaway. And I'm going to do the same thing as last time. 4th and 5th caller. 4th caller gets the Chick-fil-A $10 gift card, and the 5th caller gets the $25 Target gift card. Look at Miss Foster. She's already working the phone lines. I guess they're already coming in. Look, yep, it's coming in right now immediately. 4th and 5th caller. Okay, so while we wait on that, do we have Miss Haverkamp in the JAG department? Miss Haverkamp, what do you have going on at JAG? What is that? What are you doing?
Hello, I'm Kim Haverkamp, and I'm here to tell you about JAG. JAG stands for Jobs for Alabama's Graduates, which is the state affiliate for Jobs for America's Graduates. JAG has been featured several times in Forbes magazine because of its success with students.
What I want to do with my life? So many choices.
Are you filled with anxiety, confusion, fear, and uncertainty about what you're going to do with your future? There are so many choices, and JAG is here to help you make the right one. JAG is notorious for helping you find your greatness. We'll explore your strengths, skills, interests, likes and dislikes, values, and then we'll help you choose the right career move for you, the right pathway. Whether that's college, the military, a trade, or going straight into a career of your choosing, your dream career. We'll also look at the 16 career clusters and help you really experience the job of your choosing through job shadowing, field trips, guest speakers, internships, and part-time job opportunities. JAG also has a student-led career association. This is a lab experience that allows you to build leadership skills, civic awareness, social awareness, community service, and career development. This will help you build a stellar resume, which we will help you with next. We will also help you complete a compelling job application, set goals for your career, and then we'll help you with the interview process, what to wear, and even those difficult interview questions. Then we'll help you navigate through the paperwork that you have to fill once you're a new employee. We'll help you learn about different insurance plans, navigate the benefits package, do personal finance like banking, and fill out your taxes.
What's next?
Every successful adult needs personal development skills, social emotional skills, and character development. We'll help you with things like anger management, conflict resolution, stress management, human relations, and help you get along with your employer and coworkers.
That's not all.
That's not all. JAG even offers a year of follow-up services where you and I will work together monthly to help you with any of these skills you may still have difficulty with or working with your employer. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Thank you for coming.
Wait till the end of our program and find out exactly how to apply for JAG.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Ms. Haverkamp. That's wonderful. Those are all skills that we need. I know all students need to go through some sort of recruitment or, some sort of application interview process. Thank you so much for your time. I hope all students get a chance to take some courses in your JAG class. Right now, I've got a word that we're going to Ms. Foster and see who has received that $10 Chick-fil-A card and that $25 Target card. Ms. Foster, who gets the $10 Chick-fil-A card?
We have Caleb Miller from Northridge Middle, and he gets that Chick-fil-A card. Good job, Caleb.
Miller. Congratulations, Caleb Miller.
And then we have Shakira Dunnigan from Bryant High School.
I know some Dunnigans. Shakira Dunnigan from Bryant High School. This is yours. Way to go. Up next, we're going to Mr. Freeman in the welding department. We all know about this. This is a jam-up teacher. This guy is knocking it out of the park. I'm sure something's about to be on fire. We're probably going to have to call the fire department soon. Mr. Freeman, what's going on down in the welding department right now?
Hey guys, as you said, I'm Matt Freeman. Just excited to be here. I love my job. I love teaching your kids. I love this town, and this career is a perfect opportunity for these young men and young women from all the high schools in the area to go into something and to learn about a subject matter and to tie it into many different careers. It's not just welding. I want to show you something tonight to help you tie in with what the students are learning in their home schools. So everybody knows they're learning in their home schools, and we also hear about torches. We don't really put them together all the time. And this is science, y'all. This is science. The kids, sometimes don't realize how important their science classes are, their math classes. And I'm sitting here at 5,500 degrees. I have acetylene, oxygen. I have the ignition here. And I teach the kids in the way that they can understand how it ties into science. I do the same with math. This is our lab. We start here every morning at about 7 o'clock, and we start with a Shelton State class that all the students are getting dual enrollment credit. Many of them are also in academic classes, but we tie math into it and science into it. We even touch on some history and some current events to make sure everybody's up on what's going on. And the kids will tell you, I love them. I love my students. I'm super hyped about what I do in this program. And I have incredible students. Their behavior is unbelievable in here. They work hard. So just to let you know, we come in here every day. We get in the classroom. We do a little bit of theory, a quick math lesson, make sure everybody knows what to do that day. And then we go right in here in our welding lab. So I'm just going to show you just around the welding lab. This is one of the nicest welding labs you're going to find in the state of Alabama. We get a lot of compliments on it, and our school system's great about making sure we have what we need to learn. We're hoping to have about 300 credit hours, college credit hours out of our program this year. Most of them will be through academic classes. And I'd love to answer any questions you have about that.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Freeman. You spoke about math. You spoke about science. I forgot to even mention how important the technical skill of reading a tape measure really is, especially in our construction cluster. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Thank you so much for what you do. It looks like your beard's growing out. Maybe you need a trim. Maybe cosmetology is who you need to see. Miss Darling and Miss Woods could probably help you out with that. Miss Darling and Miss Woods, what do y'all have going on in cosmetology?
Hey, how are you guys? Hello, I'm Miss Darling. And I'm Miss Woods. And what we're going to tell you about is our program here at TCTA. We have 6 to 8 different courses to take. You must take Intro to Cosmetology. Everyone that takes Intro to Cosmetology, it gives you the right to be able to decide what other course that you would like to take here at TCTA. Now, one of the courses besides Intro is hair coloring, chemical services, salon management. Salon management is a part of our program that is the business side of the salon. So those are some of the courses that you all can go to after you take your Intro to Cosmetology. One of the things that the students get a chance to do is safety. A lot of our information about safety for our clients and our students, when COVID came in, it really wasn't a change for us, because a lot of the things that we had to do, just being safe in the salon, was a lot of things that we were already doing. So it wasn't hard to transition in this industry. Another thing that we do, besides the business side, is being able to do our clients. As you see, I have a student here that is one of my Intro students and my advanced students at the same time. We have taken her hair and converted it from natural to a straight look. So once I get through bumping her hair, I am going to take her hair and wrap it around her head and take some saran wrap, and it'll be just like a beautiful silk wrap. So one of the things that the students get a chance to do is use a flat iron. And I'm going to show you all, this is one of our smaller flat irons that we have. The students get a kit. They get a pair of flat irons in their kit, different utensils and tools that they need. They get a chance to do all of that. I'm going to turn this over to Ms. Woods and let Ms. Woods explain some of the things that we do in Intro. Hello, in Intro, you'll have me, whether it's Intro to Cosmetology or Intro to Barbering, you'll have me. And I have here just a couple of things. Ms. Darden mentioned a kit. This is one of the first excitements that you'll get outside of passing your safety test. In your kit, you'll get your very own curling irons, flat irons. You'll get your rollers to roll the hair with. You'll get your coloring kit. You'll get your rods and your combs and your brushes and a blow dryer. All of that with the mannequin. As you see, this is the blow dryer, and this is yours to have. You also get manicure supplies and hair cutting supplies. As you can see, some of the students have their mannequins out right now, and they're styling the mannequin's hair. We have Miss Kirkman here that's using a pair of flat irons, and she's manipulating the hair with her flat irons. Beside Miss Kirkman, we have Miss Wheat. She's also giving her mannequin a straight style with the flat iron. Beside her on the end, we have Miss Tinker, who's styling the mannequin's hair, giving her just a regular straight style. Over here, we have Miss Deja that is applying color, doing a color retouch. And right now, she's in the process of waiting, because with the chemical retouch, it's very tedious. You can only go on touch up the roots of the hair, and you have to wait for the complete timing, which is 20 to 35 minutes to 45 minutes for that color to process. And besides Asia, we have Miss Shailene over here that is giving her mannequin some luxurious curls with her flat iron. So right now and it's just like playing with your doll. It's like a live doll. Playing with your dolls as you did when you were younger. We also learned how to mix barbicide, and we learned how to do nails. We learned how to place the nail. We learned how to do the acrylic, and we learned how to do the design. So whatever it is that you want to do, as far as makeup as well. So whatever it is you want to do, you have the free range to learn it and get your foundation here. And if you want to, when you get finished with the classes here, you're able to take them on to Shelton State to start off in your second semester to be finished with school within less than 2 years. So those are some of the options here for the program, and it's exciting. So we would love to have you in our program for as long as you can be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Darling and Miss Woods. For some of us, your hair won't stop growing, but for others, you know, it's unfortunate. I tried to get me some of those luxurious curls just yesterday, but I ran out of time, so I just shaved it. But anyway, we're up against another prize giveaway break, guys. This time we've got another Chick-fil-A card as well as a Jim and Nick's card. This Jim and Nick's card is a meal pack for 6. Remember, the number is 205-759-3649. That's on the bottom monitor of your screen. That's a ticker going across. So we have another Chick-fil-A card and a meal pack for 6. It's about a $75 value, a gift card for $75 to Jim and Nick's. So again, it's the 4th and the 5th caller, okay? Next up, the program we have next is sports medicine, and that is Mary T. Long. She had to be out on some sporting events tonight. But guys, if you're interested in sports medicine, or again, kind of going, they do the foundations and they go into you've all seen it. Somebody goes down on a field or down on a court, and you see somebody scampering out there with their health bag and tote. They're going out there to check on the athlete. And thank you so much. And they're going out there to check on that athlete. And listen, those are the guys that are there on the field. Those are literally nurses on the field. Listen, this is another program that you're not going to go and just grandfather into. You've got to go through the processes to become a nurse. I believe Mary T is even a master. There's some acronyms in there. It's LPA. She is the best of the best, and she is high energy, guys. I hate that I'm taking her place, but listen, if you've heard about TCTA, you've heard about Mary T. Sports medicine is the way to go. She has plenty of athletic equipment. She teaches you all in the wrappings. I know she starts out very quickly teaching you how to wrap ankles, and you think it's just wrapping tape around an ankle. Well, no, there's a science to it, and there's an art, there's a math. Listen, they're just like any other trade or job out there. There's a labor shortage in that field, guys. She wouldn't be here if it were not true. So take her class. If you're interested in nursing, or if you're interested in anything like that field, Mary T is certainly going to be able to help you and guide you in the way that is best for you and your high school career and your college career thereafter. Right now, we're going to conclude that. We're going to go straight to Foster and see who's got our next Chick-fil-A card, and our grand prize right there is the $75 gift card to Jim and Nick's. Who's got it?
We have Mark Thompson from Eastwood Middle School. Congratulations, Mark. And we have Liam, and I can't pronounce the last name. It's Liam Danier from Northridge High School.
Liam Danier from Northridge High School gets the $75 gift card, and the Mark Thompson got the Chick-fil-A gift card. What are these people, students, or do we have parents calling in? What are these people saying when they're calling in? What kind of feedback are you getting there? Is it quickly, am I the 4th caller? Am I the 5th caller? What's going on?
No, I'm not giving them much of a chance to say anything to start with, because I will say congratulations or I'm so sorry, and they're normally like, oh, so close. So I tell them what number they are, and they're like, some of them are like calling back every time. So I'm like, oh, keep trying.
Excellent. So much. I'm seeing Mary Thompson, and I just did a cartwheel when my call was answered, only to find out I was not the correct caller. That is a bummer, but keep calling, keep trying. We've got another prize giveaway coming up soon. Our next is Mr. Renfro in the construction, the building construction world. Mr. Renfro, I like it. I love it. What do you got going on, Mr. Renfro?
Well, hello, builders, future builders. You might wonder, what are you standing in, Mr. Renfro? Well, I am Mr. Renfro, the carpentry teacher here at TCTA, and I am standing in a model house. So instead of building a full-size structure, material right now costs a whole lot, so we're building model houses. This right here is simply a floor system, the wall system, top of the wall, your top plate, double top plate, and if you check in next week and you could come into class, you'd see the roof going on the house. How do you get to this point, you might ask? Well, that's a good question. You can't just jump into class and start building. You can't just jump into class and start using the saws. This saw right here, it'll hurt you. So, first thing we learn is safety. So these are our PPEs, personal protective equipment. That's what we've got going right here. Our safety vest, we've got our closed-toed shoes on. Hard hats can be worn, not required. So we got to learn how to use the tools safely. The first class you take over here at TCT for carpentry, you'll start reading plans. And the plans, you'll start building simple little projects just like this. This is student built, 100%. He read the plans and he got it just right. We do build other things, but you progress. So we'll progress along and you'll get to the place where you can actually start building a structure. We build 8x10 storage buildings, full size, till we can sell, make a little money for the class. We go out to competition, just like Mr. Allen, the electrical instructor, was talking about. They go out and wire up a storage building. We build that storage building. So if Mr. Richards is going to plumb it, Mr. Allen's going to run the electrical in it, they've got to have something to work with, and we make that structure.
That's so cool, Mr. Renfro. I always love visiting your class. I know the students are always, they're always so wonderful and they're always out there in the lab. I love to see that. I know the students love to see that. It's something different coming to TCTA. You know, you get the experience more so than just sitting in a class and reading from a book instead of just doing those type things that they're so used to. You get out to get those experiences. Now, you mentioned Habitat for Humanity. We're going out to build some of those houses. How did that kind of start, and where do you see it going from here?
So with Habitat, they've reached out to us last year, the year before, and they've invited our class, carpentry class, to come out and help build some of their houses. They've got trained carpenters on site. I take my students, my advanced students, the ones that stick with it, that realize that they like carpentry, and they go out, they're building a house. We went out last year and built a house in a day. When we got there, it was nothing but the concrete slab. When we left, the walls were up, the roof was on, and it was enclosed in one day. It's a great opportunity for the students. It's an opportunity for them to do a project, a community project, and it helps go on their resume for college.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Renfro. It's always a pleasure to speak to you and see your lab. I always love to see those activities going on in there. Next, guys, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to talk a little bit about the media TV productions studio. Mr. Harper teaches this class, and unfortunately, he is having to be the one behind the scenes. Right now, he's helping me on the control board, and he's doing a great thing here. All the students know about this program. All the students know about TV productions. I'll tell you this, even with this year starting off with the COVID numbers going on a rise and us having to be virtual and kind of being staggered and kind of stunting the growth, so to speak, in terms of getting all the hours in that some other campuses are getting in, he still won, I believe it was 18 awards in this previous there was a media productions competition happening in the state, and he won several awards. Those students did such a wonderful job. Everything from behind the camera to writing scripts, doing scripts, live broadcast. Guys, he's got it going on. He is a master at his art, and he's giving that to these students. You could see it in their eyes. You can see it. They visit my class often to shoot some of their film so they can go back and learn about editing, all those processes. You can see it. The students carry the pride with them. It is amazing, and I can't say enough about Mr. Harper's class. All right, so next we're going to Miss King, Dr. King. We got something going on in the kitchen. Dr. King, I'm getting hungry. Where are you at? Are you in the kitchen? Can you go now?
Yes, sir. So good afternoon or good evening, everybody. I am Dr. King, and I am the culinary arts instructor here at TCTA. This is Destiny and Azalea, two of our students this semester. The program that we teach in is called Hospitality in Tourism, and there is an introductory course that all of our students take called Hospitality in Tourism. The purpose of that course is to give students the opportunity to explore opportunities that there are in the field of hospitality and tourism, which there is an abundance of in the Tuscaloosa area. Once you take that introductory course with Ms. Jamie Pearson, then you can decide what pathway you're interested in. For those students that are interested in food service, they want to cook, they want to travel, they want to work somehow dealing with food, serving food, catering, can go in our food and beverage program and take our culinary arts classes. So our beginning students initially learn the basics. They learn how to accurately measure dry and liquid ingredients, what tools do they use. And so our volunteers that came this evening decided they wanted to make pancakes. So they have already demonstrated measuring dry and liquid ingredients, and they have made buttermilk pancake batter and are making pancakes. And what are you guys going to do with these pancakes? Eat them. Yes, they're going to eat them. So my students do get to eat what they make. The next thing that we're going to start is on knife skills. They're going to learn how to cut different produce into the correct shape. We work towards a couple of credentials. One is called Guest Service Professional Tourism, and our students have been practicing for that and are taking that test next week. It is one of their credentials they can earn, and then the students will go on to work towards earning their Serve Safe credential, which is a big one here in culinary. Some of our advanced students get internship opportunities, and they get paid internships. Some of our students have worked at BM Dining and have opportunity for job shadowing.
So much. Thank you, Dr. King. Now, you do collaborate with Miss Pearson. I believe you might have mentioned that. She's over in the commercial kitchen right now. I love what you got cooking up. I hope you save me some for later, please. I'm getting hungry here. It's past my dinner time. Miss Pearson, what do you have going on right now in that kitchen?
Well, good evening, Mr. Richards, and everybody out there watching us at home. I am in our state-of-the-art commercial kitchen located right here at TCTA. As you can see, I've got students who are working in the kitchen right now. We are practicing knife skills. We're setting up a catering display. We're baking cookies. And the best thing is that we are using all this fabulous cooking equipment, commercial equipment that you would find in an actual restaurant, catering, bakery setting. So students in our introductory class are in here as frequently as possible, as well obviously as our advanced students. So our culinary 1, our culinary 2 students are in here very often. Just to tell you a little bit, elaborate a little bit on what Dr. King shared, we do have 2 program pathways here at TCTA. We offer an opportunity for students to pursue a food service pathway and through culinary arts and culinary 2, and an internship opportunity through some of our local partners like Bama Dining and Airmark on campus. And then we also have a lodging pathway. So students can take classes in hospitality and then lodging 1 and 2, and have the opportunity to shadow at local hotels in the Tuscaloosa area starting this semester. So we try to provide as many hands-on learning opportunities as possible. And as you see, students are doing that right now. So hospitality is not always a glamorous job. It's a lot of washing dishes, doing a lot of hard work. And greeting customers and customer service is also not an easy thing to do. But we're having a lot of fun learning it. And if you are the type of person who enjoys working with others, there are a wide variety of jobs in this industry that might appeal to you. Things from hotel manager to theme park, working at a theme park, working as an event planner, owning your own restaurant, being a caterer, working as a wedding cake baker, a wedding planner. The list goes on and on. We like to think of ourselves as the fun industry. So all those things you like to do when you travel, when you are entertaining away from your home, that's what we're here to support through our customer service skills, our food service skills, and our hospitality skills through customer service.
That's so cool, Miss Pearson. I would like to job shadow that guy cutting. What is he doing? Is he making some skills? What's going on right there? I want want him to cook it. I want to get a bite. What's going on?
Don't you worry, Mr. Richards. We are going to share all this with teachers tomorrow. So Dante is here cutting up some pineapples. We have Malia and Naya over here setting up our catering display. We've got cookies, crackers, sort of a cheese display. In fact, I'm going to pick this up and bring it a little closer so you can see it's heavy, but this beautiful job, it is really heavy. This beautiful job that our students did, they're going to get me if I mess this up, but setting up a fruit and cheese display for our teachers to enjoy tomorrow as we end the week.
is so excellent. I can't wait. I know your students do a wonderful job in those classes. I know just like all the others, their eyes light up when they get to come around the hall and know that they're going to be in that lab and be in your class. It's so wonderful to see that. Thank you so much, Miss Pearson. Right now, again, we're up against another prize giveaway. And how about this? I've got 3 prizes right now, and this is the grand prize, okay? So I've got a $50 gift card. That is a Visa gift card to be spent anywhere. I've got a smartwatch, and I've also got some AirPods, guys. How about this? Let's go 4th caller, 205-759-3649. 5th caller, 6th caller. Miss Foster, do you have that 4th, 5th, and 6th? That's what we're looking for this time, Miss Foster.
Not yet.
Not yet. Are they coming in? Okay, excellent.
Caller number 1. I'm so sorry.
We'll come back, Miss Foster. We'll be right back to you. I think I've got some interesting news. Let's go to our largest equipment on site at TCTA. We've got Chief Ladner out in the firehouse right now in the equipment room. What you got, Chief? All right, we got something going on, Chief Ladner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to call in and win that $50 gift card.
Oh goodness, I see what you got going on.
Oh, I can't do that. Okay. All right.
No,
so check this out. I was supposed to take you to the firehouse, but you know what? I decided, no, you just got to come see it because, I mean, that just kind of takes all the fun out of it. I mean, I have a fire truck, but it's not near as cool as the big one. This is my equipment room. This is where my firefighting class hangs out. I have all the equipment that you would have if you became a firefighter one day. This is my friend here, Big Randy, we call him. He's a 200-pound mannequin, and we have several of him. He's not the only one that we have here. And we use that to mimic rescuing different types of victims. And we have babies and other things that we use. Air packs over here. I'll give you a quick tour. Just kind of let you look around the room and kind of see our.
That dummy down the hallway before. Is that something you do often?
I try not to unless he asks me to take him somewhere. But yes, I do.
You said his name was Chief Ladner, right? You said that's why I'm sorry. I called him dummy. I'm sorry.
No, he doesn't know any better. I mean, he's not going to take it personal. It's called a mannequin, but I understand. You got to be politically correct, so just call him mannequin. But anyway, he is a 200-pound mannequin.
I'm sorry.
Randy. Rescue Randy. We have several of those just to give our students a good chance to give the opportunity to really feel that hands-on experience we've been talking about at school all week, this whole week and this whole evening. So really, if you want to come see us, hang out at the firehouse. It's out back. I wasn't going to show you the fire truck, but I think I'm just going to make you wait and come see me. If you get to do tours again one day in live version, or come take one of our classes, we'll be happy to let you get on it, crank it up, run it around. I'm just joking. You can't do all that stuff, but I'll at least show you how to do it.
Thank you so much, Chief Ladner. I know you hit on all the skills there, and I know we got to wrap this thing up. I certainly appreciated seeing that room, and I think that was a good idea to leave that firehouse later. You know, we've got a fire truck and we've got a firehouse, guys. You want to come see it, you need to. If it's a calling to you, you should be there. Let's go on next to our last toss to Miss Branch. Right now, Miss Branch and the principal and assistant principal, Mr. Danner.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you all for staying with us. We hope that this has been a window into our programs. What we're going to do now, we're going to toss it to our Deputy Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Dr. James Pope. Dr. Pope, are you with us?
Good evening, everyone. I'm here, Ms. Branch. Thank you, Ms. Branch and Mr. Danner. Career technical educational programs are a very important part of the TCS graduate. It is important to us that you are aware of the multiple ways that TCS supports the teaching and learning process. So to ensure that we meet all the needs of each and every student, we're making sure that you are well informed. We invite you to contact the school for any additional information on any programs that caught you and your child's interest. So thank you all for viewing this, and thank you, Ms. Branch and your team for sharing this information with all of us. Thank you and have a great evening. Back to you, Ms. Branch.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pope, and we will pitch it back to Mr. Richards.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to get a special thank you to Dr. Daria for coming by, Dr. Pope. I want to say big shout out to those two, as well as Miss Branch, Mr. Danner. Thank y'all so much. Thanks to all the teachers, all the viewers out there. Let's get our final prize announcement. We're looking for the 4th, 5th, and 6th caller. Miss Foster, who gets the $50 Visa card?
Eleanor Liang from Northridge Middle. And then we have with the smartwatch, Tiana Prince, and she is one of ours. She is in the building.
Right on.
And then we have Will Dixon from Tuscaloosa Magnet Middle.
Tuscaloosa Magnet. I think they've heard a few times. Lil Dixon, you get the AirPods. Right on, guys. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go. Guys, that is wrapping up our show right now. I want to say a big shout out to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you see something you like. You remember, this school is totally different than your traditional school. There's not a lot of desk involved. We do learn theory. We do learn math and science and a little bit of history about our courses. But guys, it's all about the future, and it's all about how you shape it, okay? Define your success, and then just determine the path to get there. It could be college. Maybe it's post-secondary as far as an apprenticeship goes, or maybe it's going on to something else. Who knows, guys? Only you can decide that. But I want you to decide for yourself. Your 8th grade going into 9th grade, your 9th grade going into 10th grade, pick a course that suits you, guys. And remember, I kept saying 4th and 5th caller. I want you to take 4 or 5 courses here throughout your high school career. This is Lee Richards. I'm signing off. I love you so much. Have a nice one.